across the globe. Thank you, as always, for tuning into my 2,769th edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar. Traders, thank you once again for tuning in. We love you guys. Your comments have been fantastic. I hope these videos are helping. Before we get started, remember how risky this game is. Put your stops in. Put your protective stop in first before you ever enter into a live position. You'll live a lot longer in this business if you do that. So what's on the board for trading July 2nd, 2024? It's a Tuesday. Traders, here's what I'm going to say. I've been in these markets for a long time now. I mean, literally since the early 80s. And I'm here to tell you right now that technicals and fundamentals are giving me a message that I need to give to you, and it's on the board. Is crude about to be rude to the stock market's euphoric mood? I think it is. I'll show you why on the charts. Is a pullback on the horizon. Now, the markets have been bullish, going up like gangbusters, even though the transportation and the Dow have not been following the NASDAQ and the S&P, but the markets themselves have been going up like gangbusters. That does get stopped when certain things happen, and I will show you in the chart segment about this, what's going on, and why there is likely a pullback for our U.S. indices, even the S&P, NASDAQ, Russ, Dow, Tranny, in the near horizon. So, nothing has to happen, right? But I'm going to show you in the chart segment in just a moment. Traders, before we get there, a quick reminder, it's happening this month, so let's go. Omni Camp, July 25th through 29th here in Las Vegas. It is a fully immersive 5-night, 4-day live seminar held here in my home office in Las Vegas, and you are invited to join that. You will leave with my knowledge of how to come up with these Omni trades, a brand new laptop pre-programmed by me, so you've got everything that you need that we studied with when you go home, and there's continued education once you go home. And traders, I'll tell you right now, if you've got a system to show to traders, and you invite them to your home to show it to them, it better work, right? That's not the place you invite people if the system doesn't work. You're going to be in my home where my wife and children live. So that I offer to you. It's as real as it gets. I only take a few applications. Well, I take lots of applications. I only take a handful of you students at a time. That is Omni Camp, July 25th through 29th. Please go to omnibootcamp.com now. We've got, 3 weeks left? Go to omnibootcamp.com now and fill out your applications. I'll call you. We'll get the process started. All right, so is crude about to be rude to the stock market's euphoric mood? A pullback on the horizon?
Omni Camp is the best learning tool that I've seen. And so if somebody were looking for instruction on how to do something right, I would say Omni Camp is a huge step up.
I would definitely recommend Omni Camp to anyone who has been struggling with their trading and is looking to learn a repeatable system that's easy to understand, easy to implement.
Anybody who's serious about their trading, this is the only place. This is the only camp or training you should be looking at. There isn't anything that comes close, honestly, and yeah, I would definitely be recommending it to anyone that I believe is serious about their trading.
You've seen what the Omniacs had to say about what they did when they were at camp last. I promise that'll happen to you. Now, I want to go show you the charts and give you the reasoning behind this. I think you will see it. Traders, remember, no matter what you're doing when you're trading, your stop goes in first, and then when the market starts getting volatile and it starts to get close to your stop, you do not grab your keyboard and change orders. We don't buy more and start cost averaging. We keep our hands off the keyboards, and we say this to ourselves over and over again, and by now you should know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are Traders, that's the truth. Do that. And now let's go look at some charts. Traders, this is the Dow Jones Transportation Average, deemed the leader of U.S. indices literally for the past 150, 60 years. It doesn't always lead, but abstract overall deemed the leader of U.S. indices. So you're not getting NASDAQ, Russell, and everything else to go gangbusters higher without taking that with it. Now, you are looking at a daily bar of the transportation average and my OTAPMA average, the Omni Trading Academy's proprietary moving average. It serves really well, if you'll note, on the transportation average. What I don't like is last time up here, we failed right at the average, and we just failed again on Friday and dropped on Monday at the same average. That disturbs me, and let me show you this. 30-year T-bonds. Now, you've had a huge drop in 30-year T-bonds. We've gone from the 121 area all the way to the 115 area. That is a huge drop in bonds. And I'll tell you right now, when T-bonds drop, interest rates rise automatically, inherently. They absolutely rise, whether or not Jerome or the Fed says a word. Jerome Powell does not have to say a word. If 30-year bonds drop like this in futures, interest rates go up. That's the way this works. So, what I'd like to show you is that not only are interest rates going up, which is not good for the stock market, but look at crude. Crude oil, this is a weekly bar. It's behaved inside this red resistance line for a long, long time, and it's behaved around this average for a long time. Got above it a little here, stopped at the line, got above the line in the average here, but now we bounced off the bottom of that trend line, got up above the average on the weekly, and that's not the best thing for the stock market. Here's what it looks like on a daily. Now, this is when crude made its highs not too long ago. We're almost there now. We're here. We only have to go to there to be at the same price. Crude's had quite the rally on a daily. I showed you the weekly. That's what it looks like on a daily. Now, remember when we were right here? Well, the last time crude was there, that was this spot right here, and look what happened to the Dow. Ba-boom. Last time crude was at that spot. Last time crude was at that spot, look what happened to the transportation average. Bam, straight down. Crude is inches from that spot right now, like I just showed you. So that is absolutely going to matter to these markets. I promise you that's how it works. And then, for you crypto fans out there, I just figured I'd throw this one at you. Look at Ethereum. It's been inside this monstrous bull flag, right? Just gyrating around top to bottom, almost top, down to the bottom, up to the top. Gets almost down to the bottom here, and then look at how well it's behaving around this average. And it bounced off the average and has rallied since. I just wanted to show that to you. It looks like it may gain some legs up here. Now, you know, we're in no big rush to run out and buy Ethereum, but Ethereum is becoming important, well, not quite as important, but it's becoming important to the crypto world like Bitcoin is. So keep your eyes on Ethereum as well. I love the way it's holding that average. Traders, I hope this helps. The market looks like if this continues in crude and bonds, we are going to see a pullback in the horizon. Get ready for that. Nothing has to happen, but that evidence is pretty solid. I will see you all at livewithoscar.com.